Welcome back to Hannity. A University of Cincinnati police officer has been charged with the murder and faces life in prison for killing an unarmed man during a traffic stop earlier this month. Now, the cop, Ray Tensing, was arraigned earlier today. He pled not guilty. The incident has been heavily scrutinized and was captured on a body camera. As you see, the victim disobeys the orders of the officer to take off his seatbelt and instead turns on his car. This is when the cop yells stop before pulling out his weapon and firing a final shot. The officer says he acted in self-defense over fear that he would be run over. Two other officers involved in the incident have also been placed on administrative leave. Here with reaction, criminal defense attorney Eric Guster, former NYPD Detective Bo Dietl, Fox News contributor David Webb. All right, let's roll this video. Let's roll it slowly. And as we're showing it, again, I want you to explain, Bo, from your perspective, what you see is going on here. And, you hear the conversation, but what are your thoughts on what's going on and what the officer did?
He obviously pulled him over. He's asking him for his license. And there's a conversation. Now, all of a sudden, as the car's there, he closes the car door. Now the cop reacts. And again, he starts to drive away, or he shoots him first. I don't really hear the shot when a shot actually happens. A lot of times I come up here, Sean, there's things for me to stand up for the cops. But this incident, the incident that occurred in Carolina when the guy shot him in the back, I mean, this is tough to have any kind of defense for what I see. I see something that the guy obviously wasn't very good he wasn't trained very well. And then also now they suspended these two other guys.
Well, they shouldn't.
Cops.
That's not their fault.
No, but they might have supported. He said he was dragged or the car was going to hit him, and they might have supported that contention until the cameras
well, maybe
came out.
Maybe they thought that.
Well, no, until the cameras, they had cameras too.
The body cameras.
Yeah, so that might have tell the whole story.
At the end of the day, I say I want body cameras, but there is a slight risk that the cameras don't tell the whole story sometimes.
If I may, the only thing I really wanted to say, and I came on because I know there's a bad one. All I got to say is
I'm glad you're not defending Cecil again tonight.
Every one of these bad shootings like this, and this is a bad shooting. Now, the cops that are out there trying to do their jobs, every time they do their jobs, they're going to be second-guessed and questioned about what they did.
David.
Yeah, I'm with Bo on this one. I've looked at this over and over. It doesn't matter what this guy did. At some point, whether he's belligerent, argumentative, refusal, whatever, even if he drove away, there's other actions, but pulling out the gun and shooting him, I think Bo's right. You've got bad training. You got a 25-year-old young cop. You got basically a guy that's trained a little bit above what seems to be a university, campus police with a gun. And this makes it so much tougher in a bad environment already where the police are constantly under scrutiny that it doesn't do any good for this.
Eric, put on your criminal justice hat. You're defending the cop in this case. What would your argument be?
Oh, now, I have a case that Bo and David agree with me. Now you want me to defend the cop?
Yeah, come on.
I'm saying, well, wait a minute. Everybody deserves a defense. What would you say?
Everyone does deserve a defense.
You're a good lawyer. That's why I'm asking you.
What his lawyers may do, first of all, this guy needs to go to prison for a very long time. But what his lawyers may do is try to put a jury in the seat of him and say, well, he was fearful for whatever ridiculous reason, and see if someone will buy it. But there is no defense in this case. There is simply no defense. This cop was wrong. He was hot-headed, and he got angry that Samuel DuBose.
No, but the strange thing is, Eric, he didn't sound that hot-headed on the tape leading up to that. He didn't sound like he was losing his temper. He sounded slightly annoyed.
Pulling a gun and shooting someone is.
But I think Eric's hit on something here, Eric. I think anger played a big part in this. You've got a confrontation between two young men, essentially, and it heats up, and then they move on. I mean, it moves on, and it escalates.
You're right, but I think
Samuel DuBose was driving away.
Eric,
he was driving away from the incident. The cop was nowhere near his car, nowhere near getting hit, and then they lied about it.
Eric, and this doesn't outweigh this terrible, terrible crime, which I'll call it a crime. The fact is, if he sat there for people to comply with the police, that's what I'm getting at is, let's all try to listen to the cop. And
oh, my gosh.
Listen to me. I said it doesn't outweigh the shooting, but should he have just driven away from the cop? Eric, is that right for him to just drive away from the cop? That's not right either.
What was right, if the cop already had his tag, he should have just followed the guy home, chased him down, then arrested him. That's all he had to do. He already had the information. He already knew exactly who this guy was. So let's not try to divert attention and say, oh, it's his fault because he drove away, Bo.
Communication,
Come on, Bo.
communication between cops and people
better
they're
than that.
stopping. Respect back and forth.
We're going to leave it there.
Respect Samuel DuBose, and don't shoot people in the face. That's the level of respect that people deserve.
I think we all agree this looks like a really bad shooting, and it doesn't help a really bad climate already for other officers who have to do their jobs.